everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please subscribe and click the notification bell. Like this video if you find this useful. Share this to any of your friends who are interested in learning sign language. And also, if you have suggestions or comments, materials that you find beneficial for everyone that you can share, comment it down below. So this video is a continuation of my first two videos. In the first video, it was about uh, the sign language experience that I had, and I inserted a clip about it was about my teacher giving us lessons, the actual lessons. In the second vlog, I shared song interpretation, our performances. It was part of our activity, and some actually sang and acted out, while others, including myself, we already pre-recorded the music, and then we acted it out in front of the class. Anyway, I will be going to give you, I have a list here, the process on which the sign language course was conducted. The first was the introduction to the course. So the first meeting, we were given an orientation on how many hours we have to complete. It was 4 hours every Saturday. We were grouped into two sessions, the morning and the afternoon. I was in the afternoon. And then tardiness, there was an allowance of 5 minutes. After that, you will be tagged as absent. And if you are absent for two sessions, either consecutive or not, you will not be given the certificate of completion. So that was the introduction to the course. The second day, there were real life situation discourses given by some of the deaf and mute community, just like the status quo, their condition, that they're being discriminated, especially if they are looking for a job or enrolling in a university, because they're not able to express themselves verbally, meaning to say for others that they are not good enough, and they are very vulnerable as well, since there are people really taking advantage of their weaknesses. They are prone to abuse, and yeah, there was this testimony that she never heard a single sound in her life, but she loves music. So how? So she explained that whenever there's a stereo or a speaker, she would go near it and then feel the vibration, and then whenever there's a person singing or humming or dancing, she knows that that music is really enjoyable or pleasing, like that, to the ear. And yeah, prone to abuse, since they cannot hear, so maybe people are taking advantage again of the situation. And also in public transportation, it's very challenging for them, because they need to be attentive all the time. What if they will be going to travel for far places that would take really long hours, so they have to be really alert. So that's quite a struggle for a deaf and mute member. So on the succeeding days, we were able to introduce ourselves using signs. So, signs meaning, for example, if you have bangs, then your gesture would be bangs, bangs, like that. So, for example, I am person A and I have a big nose. So, my name would be about my nose, big nose, like that. And the other one who has a big mouth, big mouth. So, you will touch it like this, and then you will be going to introduce yourselves using your gestures. And yeah, that's how we don't we don't speak, have conversations. We just have sign language inside the classroom. So if you are saying hi to your new friend who happens to have a bangs, you say like that. So that pertains to a certain person. And you having a big nose, somebody would, get your attention by your nose. That's how it is. And then we also had the finger spelling and numbers. So that's very basic. So A, B, C, D up to Z, and then 1, 2, 3 up to 100, 1,000, a million. That's very important because um, as we go along, would be able to realize that we cannot finger spell or uh, have the numbers spelled in our hands, especially if we are talking already to the deaf and mute member. So there are finger spelling and then gestures. That's the gestures are shortcuts, right? And signs, also signs and gestures, we have that. Directions, places, things, verbs, events, days, months, year. So that was the first part actually of our course, the basic. And then of course we have a checkup from our teacher if we really understood what she had given to us. So we have a quiz. Yes, we always had a quiz. It is either by paper or we act it out or perform in front of the class. Yes, we need to perform in front of the class. So that's a bit, I'm a bit shy, so I'm nervous all the time. So the quiz would be the teacher will act out, and then we will just given a few seconds, and then we will write whatever she's acting. We will interpret what word is that in our paper, or the teacher will ask each of us in front, and she will ask, for example, what is eating, what is walking, and what are you going to how are you going to act out if you're going to say good evening, my name is blank, like that. And also part of our quiz is we will introduce ourselves in paragraphs in front, like hi, my name is Judy, and I love singing. So we will be going to have that to sign language. Some of the activities includes prayer. So our Father, Hail Mary, like that. So any prayer, um, you act it out throughout without words or anyone telling you uh, the next word or so. So, and the next one is storytelling. So during the storytelling, actually we all of us were able to have our storytelling. We need to prepare a script, and we need to translate each words and then memorize and then perform it. It is either individual or by group. I'll be going to insert a clip of how it is done. And song interpretation, of course, which um, I already had in my second vlog, although I will be inserting another one here. Again, it's script, memorization, and yeah, the performance. we need to memorize all the words. um, it's not easy really, because some of the gestures are, although some of the gestures are really like very familiar, but sometimes some of the words are quite confusing because they look the same. So we need to be sensitive, because sometimes we thought that we are acting the correct action, the sign language, but it has a different meaning. So we need to be sensitive to um, the deaf and mute member. And also, if we do not know if we are not sure rather of the sign language, better ask or finger spell rather than act it out, because sometimes they are they feel rather insulted. So we need to be careful. And what I did, in order for me to know the words um, to translate, I downloaded an app. So the app, there are so many apps available, but my favorite is Mimix. And some of the apps are already in FSL or Filipino Sign Language, but most, if not all, apps are ASL or American Sign Language. But it's okay. So in the apps doesn't have uh, for example, all of the English words, so just the basic. So if ever you will be going to use Mimix, for instance, and um, the app doesn't know that certain word, or that's very medical, special medical terms, uh, the app would just finger spell it for you. So that's it. Some apps actually are free, but most they are on trial, and you have to pay premium for you to access, and you need to update the app all the time. My experience was um, it sometimes stops, especially if there are updates, and yeah, it depends on the phone. My phone at that time, it did not have that notification, so sometimes whenever I will be using the app, it will just stop. And another one, the difference between ASL and FSL. ASL, American Sign Language. FSL, or the modified uh, Filipino Sign Language. They have slight differences, but if you are already learning sign language, you discover that the difference is just very, very minimal. And deaf and mute community, for example, from different places, would still understand you. It's very fun actually, because even if you are from uh, you know the, the length of you having conversation from one person to the other, one is in the CR while the other is in the kitchen, as long as you can act it out, you can have the proper sign language, that person can still understand you. Unlike normal people, we need to shout or call via phone so that we can um, converse with the other person, and the other person can understand us. But with sign language, yeah, just act it out and both of you can understand. And the reason why, again, there is a law and I'm learning, and the purpose of this video is for empowerment. I want to spread, I want to advocate sign language, because still they are underrepresented, they're vulnerable, and they are discriminated. So I will be going to give you clips of what I have told you earlier. the storytelling, the prayer, and the interpretation.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
So our storytelling is about a mouse family takes a walk. Takes a walk. Family takes a walk. So one day, one day, a mother mouse and her children went for a walk. They came to a corner and went around it. They saw a big, huge, enormous cat. The children were very scared and ran to their mother. The mother mouse was also very scared, but she was also very brave. She looked at the cats. She looked at the cats and started to bark. What is that? She asked her children to help. The children started to bark just like her mother. The cat got scared and ran away. The mother mouse turned to her children and said, "There is a lesson to be learned here. Never underestimate the power of a second language." Under your wings, yeah. Cover within your holiness. Yeah, tayo ng the oceans rise, Donnie, rise.
There's a video nila kay Ana.
Ano?
Oceans rise.
So, oceans rise.
Yeah, ang thunders kay
and thunders. And thunders to roar.
I will soar with you.
Wala na siya kabaw sa soar. I will soar. Wala ko kayo.
Worries ang thunder.
Worries.
Worries niya, ang roar kay come. So worries come. Interpret na.
Asa mo te?
Yeah,
Okay.
about
Sige. Doon sa iyo, because no?
I will serve you.
Sige, sige. Doon sa iyo.
So,
Because no?
I will
above the storm, yeah.
sword you.
I will
With above problems.
gusto na sa iyo ulit.
Kaya, yeah, king over the floodgate. King, king over the flood.
Wala ang man siya panahon siya o mag-jones ba ang kanang nga song daw.
So, kani king over the,
Lahi ang iyang gikuan. Lahi ang iyang gigamit.
You are king above all things.
Oh, anak ba?
so, king
Above all things.
above all things.
All things.
Asa ba?
Above. Above
All things.
All things.
All
Things.
All king all things. King of all things.
Balik mo.
You are king. I will be here.
above
Still
Sa to, ano niya? Sa to?
will.
I will.
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 Sorry.
I will oh, kaning still. Anak.
Still.
Still. Yeah, and no. No. You are. You are.
Unsa yung kuan ang solid
You are. God. Ito.
Hindi rin siya sa place or
I will
I'm the sign
my name.
Nandun ko lapit na yari na ang numero ni sir. Kaya gagamit ko. Awa kayo music, sir? Wala kayo music? Sa akin yung
Wise men say all these things rush in and Just as rivers flow surely to the sea, darling, some rest, some tears, I take